Hi there, welcome back to my channel, a little bit about everything. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe. This is, I'm not sure if it's going to be a short or a long video, but somebody asked me to make them a child's bed, and I was shown a few drawings and I came up with a design. I'm actually already started into the build. I don't know how this video is going to play out, but here. Yeah, this is it was a difficult build for me because trying to get everything to line up without a CNC is pretty difficult. I always try to use the same datum or the same point of reference for every measurement, so that way if I make a mistake on one measurement, I'm not throwing the rest off, right? And so what I did was actually drill these holes, put my dowels in, okay, and then when I'm making these holes, like I'm holding, it was made to be it was made to be disassembled, right, and reassembled, so it's hard to do something with a finish in mind other than screws holding it in, right, so you can take it apart and put it back together. So that hole is a 1/8, and then a 3/16 to give leeway for the threads, and then a countersink to hide the head, but this piece here still has to be 1/8 so the threads can grab onto something. Extra load on the drills, and I'm finding out which tools are still good and which are mediocre right now, to be honest. And well, what happened was, here the person that I made this bed for decided that she wanted to raise the railings by 3 inches. Well, normally this is a channel, right? And it lays flat on the ground, so there's just a flat board going to the other side. And they're all the way across. There's 11 boards, I think, or maybe more, and they keep the walls from splitting open. Okay, but since she wanted 3 inches taller, I have to build it up by 3 inches and figure out how to put a skirt board around there to cover that up. And that is what I'm in the middle of doing right now. So my solution was, I have some of these 3 inches deck screws, okay, 3.5s, and they're number 10s, okay. Well, I gotta pre-drill this, okay, at I'm using this drill block, right, to make sure I go in properly, and I gotta go in 3 different increments to get the right size. Since this drill block doesn't go 7/64 or what's the measurement here? I gotta use both hands. Okay, this is 7/32, and this is 3/16, and this is 13/64. Well, the screw is 7/64, so I got to pre-drill this 7/64 after going first the 3/16, then the 3/64, and that's where I'm up to now. And I went in and touched in on that bottom piece, okay, and then I had to go in here and drill another hole so the head of the screw would actually go in there. Okay, and I gone in 1 inch, so this is about where the screw is going to sit. So 5 of those screws should be good enough for these end pieces, and then when I hit those, I'll double up on this number of screws, and I'm going to go around here. Um, what I do is I take live edge board. Okay, this is dried. It's green Canadian maple. Okay, and these are all quarter sawn pieces. And from that, what I do is I take a straight edge, that long level there, it's an 8-footer, and I'll line up the live edge part of it from one end to the next, and then run it through the bandsaw. So what that does, it gives me a straight edge, but it still has to be run through the planer or the joiner, okay, so that I get one straight surface, okay. And from that surface I'm going to saw the other side and see what I'm left with, and I'm looking for 4 inches on this piece wide. So I hope it's on there. I'm going to leave it a bit strong for one simple reason. Okay, if this piece bows on me a bit, I still have material I can remove to straighten it out. So I want it 4, I'm going to go 4 1/4, and hopefully it won't bow more than 1/4 inch. I try to never raise the blade more than I have to. That way my fingers are safer that way. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go 4 right off the bat and hope it doesn't bolt. Didn't move. So that's a good piece. I'm going to try to get more out of what's left over there, and hopefully I have enough for the skirt on this bed here. Okay, so I countersunk my hole, but yet I'm putting a 2-inch screw, so I gotta go farther. So that's why I have a drill bit with a depth stop. Okay, and I leave myself a little room at the end of the screw in case some sawdust pulls in there. If it wouldn't, it'd just push the board out, right? It needs room. So now this has been drilled. I'd have to open up, since this is hard lumber, or dense lumber. I have to open up the screw holes here for larger size to the outer diameter of the threads, to the tip, or like the root and the top. I forget what they call it, but it's the outer diameter of the thread. So basically this is done. The person that asked for this wanted me to raise it another 3 inches so they would have more railing, so the infant wouldn't, or the child wouldn't roll over or onto the ground, right? It would stop into the railing, and I made sure that no body parts could really get through the railing, so it's only 2 3/8. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So this is it for this build. So if you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.